Chapter 7, Video 2. So this still goes with Section 7.1 and 7.2. In the first video, we looked at the vocab and what some of those different types of angles looked like. Now we're going to actually set up and solve equations. Solve equations for missing angle measurements that go along with those different sets of angles we saw in the first video. So if you remember, we talked about vertical angles that were across from each other tip to tip, complementary angles that add up to 90 degrees, so they make that right angle, and then supplementary angles that make that straight line. So we know that they add up to 180 degrees. So we're going to look at each of those different types of angles here today and then solve for missing measurements. Vertical angles. Our first type, vertical angles, these ones across from each other, tip to tip, are always congruent. And we also have that symbol of the equal sign with the squiggle on top, means same measurement. So the two vertical angles in a picture will always be exactly the same size. So our equation is that those two angles are equal to each other. If you want to put that like in a box or circle it, that's what the equation is going to look like anytime you see vertical angles. Okay? You will take the two angles and put one of them here and the other one here with an equal sign in between them because they're going to be the same measurement. So, for example, these are very basic. If I know that this angle is 61 degrees, then I know the angle across from it, the vertical angle that goes with it, is also 61 degrees. Or if this is 34, then the vertical angle across from it is also 34. So when you see a picture like this, you could even put the equal sign in between them. This angle is going to equal this angle. You could put the equal sign here between them. These two angles are going to be exactly the same. Okay? So it gets a little more complicated though when you have something like this. So I'm still going to put the equal sign in between them. I know that 7x minus 4 has to equal 77 because those are vertical angles and they have to be congruent. So now I'm going to draw my line down the equal sign and solve for x. Okay? So first step to get x by itself would be to add 4. Cross out what cancels, bring everything down, and 77 plus 4 is 81. And then I'm just going to divide by 7, still working to get x by itself. Type that into your calculator, 81 divided by 7. So I did that and I got 11.57. Now, usually we would hope to get a nicer number, but that's fine. Decimals happen. Here we go. That is the value of x. Okay? So let's check it. How big is this angle? If x is 11.57, let's plug it back in and make sure. We know that it's supposed to equal 77, so let's make sure. So I'm going to come over here and put this in for x. So 7 times 11.57 minus 4, and just type that into my calculator really quick. And I get 77. So I know it works, and I know that angle is 77 degrees, which is always going to be true because those are vertical angles. So we've got another one here. I'm going to put my equal sign in between there. It's kind of hard the way it's written, so I'm going to rewrite it. 103 degrees has to equal this 8x minus 9, and then solve for x. Add 9 to both sides. Divide by 8. Type this into your calculator, and I get that x is equal to 14. Okay? Now, if I plug this 14 back in, 8 times 14, and then minus 9, I should get 103, because we know that those have to be congruent. So, anytime you see vertical angles that look like this picture, right, the two angles across from each other tip to tip, you're going to just set them equal to each other. And then if you have to solve it from there, draw your line and get x by itself. Okay, the next kind of angles we looked at or talked about in the last video were complementary angles. So we know complementary angles always add up to 90 degrees, right? So now anytime I see two angles that make a right angle, or I know that they add up to 90 degrees because I can see that in the picture, or if they just tell me that they're complementary, I'm going to take those two angles and add them together and set it equal to 90. That will be my equation. Those two angles have to add up and make 90. Okay, so let's look at this first one. I have two angles that I know have to add together and make 90. So my equation here would be x plus 62 equals 90. Solve for x. And I get that x is equal to 28. And that makes sense. 28 plus 62 equals 90. Okay, how about if it's a little bit more complicated, like this? I'm still going to add them together, and it's going to equal 90. So now I would have x plus 2x minus 3 equals 90. Well, here we see that we have some like terms we can combine. So this takes us all the way back to chapter 3, combining like terms. X plus 2x is 3x. Copy everything else down. Now work to get x by itself. So plus 3, and then divide by 3. So I'm going to come up here and write down x equals 31. So that angle is 31. Now, what if they ask me how big is this angle? Well, a couple ways we could find that. We could do 90 minus 31 and see what we get there. But we could also double check. If I put 31 in here, 2 times 31 and then minus 3, let's see. I get 59. Yeah, that works. 31 plus 59 does make 90. So you can always plug your value that you got for x back in as another way of double checking yourself. Okay, here's one more over here. I know that these are complementary because they make that right angle. So I know I'm going to take the two angles in the picture and add them up and set it equal to 90. So I'm going to rewrite that down here. 8x minus 9, that's one angle, plus 25 will have to make 90. Okay, I do have some like terms again to combine. So 25 minus 9 is 16. So 8x, don't forget my line, plus 16 equals 90. And then just work until you get x by itself. So minus 16, 8x equals 74, and then divide by 8. And I get x is equal to, I'm going to write it right here, 9.25. So, now, if they actually ask me how big is this angle, 9.25 is not the answer. This angle is not 9.25 degrees. I have to take what I got, the 9.25, and plug it in here for x. So I would be doing 8 times 9.25 and then minus 9, and you can do that right on your calculator, and you should get that this angle comes out to 65, which we know it absolutely should because 65 and 25 makes 90. So again, we have to be able to take our value of x, plug it back in to this expression for the angle, and figure out how big the actual angle is. Some questions will ask you to find x. Some questions will ask you how big is this angle. So we have to be able to go that step further and get 65 degrees here for the measure of that angle. Okay, let's move on to the last special type of angles we looked at, supplementary angles. So we know supplementary angles always add up to 180 degrees. So your equation for these will be that the two angles add together and make 180. So I'm going to put that in my box again so I can see it. Angles add up. Those two angles add up to make 180 now. So let's look at our first picture. This one, pretty simple. I can just put a plus sign in between there and I know they have to make 180 degrees. I recognize that from the picture as well because they make a straight line, and I know a straight line is 180 degrees. So my equation, would simply be y plus 77 equals 180. And then solve for y. And I get 103. Okay, so in this case, this angle is 103 degrees. And those two add up to 180. Cool. Let's take a look at the next one. Now we have, again, two angles that we know have to make 180. So let me write the equation out. 60 plus the 7x minus 20 has to equal 180. Draw your line down the middle. And let's see if there's any like terms to combine. 60 minus 20 would just be 40. So combine any like terms as your first step, and then continue to get x by itself. So minus 40. Then I have 7x would be equal to 140. And then divide by 7. X equals 20. Okay, so like we said up above, that might be your quiz question or your test question. It might say find the value of x. If that's all they ask for, you're good. But if they ask for how big is this angle, right, this whole angle right here in the picture, then you've got to take this 20 and plug it back in. So now I would be doing 7 times 20, which is 140, minus 20. So this whole angle here would be 120 degrees. And that checks because 60 and 120 is 180. So that's cool. So be prepared for one quiz question or a possible quiz question to ask for x, and another possible quiz question to say how big is this angle. So we plug it back in. All right, last one. I have two supplementary angles that add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to add those together. 92 plus 8x plus 8. Draw my line down the equal sign. Combine my like terms. So I get 100 plus 8x. Then just get x by itself. So minus 100 on both sides. 8x is equal to 80. Divide by 8. And I get x is equal to 10. That might be a quiz question, and you can stop there if they just say find the value of x. But if they ask for how big is this angle, I'm going to plug my 10 back in here, right? 8 times 10 is 80 plus 8. Then this whole angle is 88. And that checks. 92 plus 88 makes 180. Okay? So I'm going to zoom out. I want to look at this whole page for a second. We know we have three types of angles we need to be able to identify. Vertical angles, complementary angles, and supplementary angles. Anytime you see angles like this, or the problem tells you you have vertical angles, you know they're congruent, and you need to write the equation where those two angles are equal to each other. Anytime you see a picture like this, or the problem tells you you have complementary angles, you know that they add up to 90, and your equation needs to say that you're adding those two angles together and setting it equal to 90. Anytime you see a picture like this, or the problem tells you you have supplementary angles, you need to know that they add up to 180. So your equation would be to add those together and set it equal to 180. In all of these cases from there, you would just solve for x, or solve your equation. Okay? All right. See ya.